The next part of the portfolio that we're going to work on is a cover letter. The cover letter, you don't have to send it as part of your portfolio, but you could always include it in front of your resume. So it's a great place to grab a, an employer's attention. And I want to show you some samples. I think that this is probably the better way for you to start is to see these. And I've got these on Canvas where you can take a look at them. Let me open it up all the way so it's easier to see. Okay, here's a sample. And in the last video, we talked about a letterhead. This is a different type of letterhead. This student has elected to put his letterhead all the way at the left. It's not my preference, but some students do prefer this. So, and also this is awfully large. It takes up an awful lot of his page. So be careful of that when you're designing your letterhead. The first thing that you're going to have here is you're going to have the full name and address of a company. A couple of assignments ago, you went out and you looked for some job postings. Take one of those job postings and I want you to write this letterhead as though you are applying to that job. So I want the full company name, the name and address, and here you're going to address it to a specific person. You're going to have 4, sometimes you end up with 5 paragraphs, and I want to see if I can do this. I have dual screen, so it's very difficult for me to do this sometimes. Here we go. Let me do this here. Now, in your textbook, it has this page. It's towards the back of the chapter about resumes, chapter 14. And this is a design, a format for a cover page. And the first paragraph should be the reason for your letter. Why are you writing this letter to them? What's the specific name of the position that you're applying for? And how did you learn about the position? Okay? And so this student said, with your construction company, I would rather it say they're applying for a construction superintendent with Ashwood Construction. So the person reading this knows that you took time to customize this for them. Second paragraph is tell why you're interested in this position and why you're interested in that specific company or the products that they sell. I had a student one time who was applying to Budweiser, Budweiser, and they said, I'm applying here because I like the beer. Well, that's not really a good reason to apply for a job, so please don't use something like that. The third paragraph should be you reference to your resume that will be attached eventually. This person said, please refer, right down here, please refer to the enclosed resume for additional information on my experience in education. And also in the fourth paragraph, see, he sort of mixed those up a little bit, but that's okay. Indicate your desire for an interview. I look forward, down here, I look forward to hearing from you and discussing the job further. So, and thank the employer for their time and let them know that you're available. Okay, if you're, for the person who doesn't use their letterhead, this is where you would need to include a phone number and email address. You can within the body of the letter, but you can also say something about at the phone number or address above. This letter should always be signed before you send it out, but you don't have to do that to submit it here. The reason for the word enclosures down here is that the other thing that is going to be enclosed is going to be your resume. So that's your cover letter. So after you do your cover letter, what you're going to find here on the modules, you're going to find a couple of samples here. There's the guidelines I just showed you, and then you're going to submit your draft. And I see the due date is wrong. I will correct the due date. Okay? We'll see you in the next video.